Hi friends, welcome you all to Think Maths. We are in class 10 Maths, chapter 9, some applications of trigonometry. In this session, we are going to discuss about exercise 9.1, question number 11 to 15. With this, chapter 9 is completed. In chapter 9, it is up to question number 15. Question number 16 is deleted. So that is 16. Question number 16 is the deleted syllabus. Okay. So up to question number 15 it is included. So we are going to discuss about question numbers 11 to 15. Already in the previous video we discussed about, in part 1 we discussed about question numbers 1 to 5. In the next part we discussed about 10 to 50. Its link is given in the description. You can check the link. Now question number 11. A TV tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. From a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. From another point 20 meter away from this point on the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. Find the height of the tower and width of the canal. Okay. So now we have to draw the diagram. So first we will draw it roughly. So it is about tower and canal. So there is a tower. So tower will be standing vertically. So this is the tower. So from a point on the other bank. So where the tower stands, a tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. So this is the one side of the bank. So let AB. AB is the tower and B is one side of the bank of a canal. Okay, children. Next, from a point on the other bank. So there is a point on the other bank. So the C is the other point on the bank. Next, what is given? Opposite the tower. So this is opposite the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower. So from where the angle of elevation? From a point on the other bank. From C, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower. So from C to A. So it is angle of elevation. If it is elevation, the horizontal line will be below the angle of elevation. So this is the angle of elevation and the horizontal line will be below. So its angle of elevation is 60 degree. Next, from another point 20 meter away from this point. So from this point, there is another point D which is 20 meter away. So CD is equal to 20 meter. So from another point away from this point on the line joining the point to the foot of the tower. So this point joins to the foot of the tower. What is given? The angle of elevation of the top of the tower. From where? From another point which is 20 meter away. The angle of elevation to the top of the tower. So this is the angle of elevation. Its angle of elevation is 30 degree. What we have to find? We have to find height of the tower. That is, we have to find AB and width of the canal. So canal is BC. So this is the width of the canal. One end of the canal bank is B. Another end of the canal bank is C. So BC will be the width of the canal. So if the river flows in this way, this is one end and this is one end. So its width will be this length. So in the same way, BC is the width of the canal. We have to find BC. Okay. We have to find AB and BC. Okay, children. I hope you can understand how to draw the diagram. So let us copy this here. So AB is the tower. So there is a point C. Now BC are the banks of the canal. One end of the bank is B. Another end of the bank is C. So it makes the angle of elevation 60 degree. So it makes 60 degree from another point. So there is another point D which is 20 meter away. So CD distance is 20 meter. So its angle of elevation is given as 30 degree. Okay, children. Now this makes 90 degree. So this is the hypotenuse side. So we have two right angle triangle ADB and ACB. In trigonometry, we will take only the right angle triangle. So there are two right angle triangles. In this, the bigger triangle AD is the hypotenuse. In smaller triangle AC is the hypotenuse. Okay. Now this is the angle. Angle opposite side is, this is the opposite side. So for 30 degree, this is the opposite side. And the remaining is the adjacent side. Okay, children. Now we have to find out the height of the tower, that is AB, and width of the canal. So canal is BC. So this is the canal width. So we have to find BC as well as. So let me start the solution and we will write whatever it is given. So let AB be the tower. Then what is given? From a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower, the angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is given. So angle of elevation. Angle of elevation, that is BACB. Angle ACB equal to 60 degree. Another angle of elevation is ADB. ADB, where D is another point and B and C, B comma C are banks of the canal. B comma C are banks of the canal. So what is given now? This D is 20 meter away. So DC is equal to 20 meter. So what will be the width of the canal? Width of the canal is BC. So width of the canal equal to BC, which we need to find, and also we have to find height of the tower. What is the height of the tower? Height of the tower is AB. So height of the tower equal to AB, which we need to find. We need to find BC and AB. How do you find now? So what do you know? We know DC. Only with DC is known. So here adjacent side, in adjacent side one of the values is known and we have to find out the opposite side. We have to find opposite side. So it is between opposite and adjacent. So tan ratio matches. So let me take the small triangle ABC. So the small triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, tan 60. So tan 60 equal to opposite by adjacent. So which is the opposite side? AB, and adjacent side is BC. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to AB by BC. So just cross multiply. So 1 into AB is equal to AB. So AB is equal to root 3 BC. So this is equation number 1. Now take another big triangle ADB. So in triangle ADB, this is also opposite is known and one some value adjacent is known. So it is between opposite and adjacent. So tan matches for this. So it is tan 30 degree equal to opposite side is AB and adjacent side is DB. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to AB by this DB. DB can be written as DC plus CB. So DC plus CB. What will happen now? 1 by root 3 will be equal to AB by, what is DC? DC is 20. So 20 plus CB. Okay. So till now remember, we will move on to the next page. So from the previous page, we have AB is equal to root 3 BC. This is from the triangle ABC. So from triangle ADB, we got 1 by root 3 is equal to AB by 20 plus CB. Now we have to cross multiply. So if we cross multiply root 3 into AB. So root 3 AB equal to 1 into 20 plus CB. Now what is AB? AB is equal to root 3 BC. So what we are going to do? We are going to substitute the first equation here. So root 3 into, instead of AB, it is root 3 BC, which is equal to 20 plus CB is nothing but BC. Both are same. Now this is from 1. So root 3 into root 3 is 3. So in square root, root 3 into root 3 is nothing but root of 3 into 3. So if in square root a number appears twice, then answer is that number. So root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 3 BC equal to 20 plus BC. 3 BC plus BC will become minus BC when we change the side, equal to 20 BC. 3 BC minus BC is 2 BC. BC equal to 20. So then BC will be equal to 20. 2 is in product. When we change the side, it will come to division. So 1 2s are 2 and 10 2s are 20. So it is 10. BC is equal to 10 meter. So what is BC? BC is nothing but canal width. So this we have found out. Now we have to find out AB. So what is AB? AB is nothing but root 3 BC. So let me keep this as 1. So we can substitute 2 in 1. So AB is equal to root 3 into what is BC is 10. So we can write it as 10 root 3 meter. So BC is width of the canal. So width of the canal equal to 10 meter. Next, height of the tower. Height of the tower is AB. Height of the tower equal to 10 root 3 meter. Suppose in this question, if they give the value of root 3, you have to substitute. Root 3 value is 1.732. So if in extra, if they give the value of root 3, you have to substitute root 3 value. So you will get 10 into 1.732. So what will happen? A decimal will change. So the decimal will go back. It will be 17.32 meter. So this will be the answer if root 3 value is given. Now here root 3 value is not given. So the answer is 10 root 3 meter. Okay children, I hope you can understand. So moving on to the 12th question in the next page. 12th question is, from the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree and the angle of depression of its foot is 45 degree. Determine the height of the tower. So there are two things, building and tower. So building will be small and tower will be taller. So these two things are given from the top of a 7-meter high building. So the building height is 7 meter. From the top, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower. So from the top to the top of the tower is 60 degree. So it is angle of elevation. So elevation, the horizontal line will be below. So this angle of elevation is given as 60 degree. So this part is over. Next, angle of depression of its foot. What is given? This is also from top of a building. So from top of a building to its foot of the tower. So foot of the tower. Angle of depression. So what happens? This is the angle of depression. So this horizontal line will be there. So the horizontal line is above the angle of depression. So if it is angle of elevation, the horizontal line will be below. If it is angle of depression, the horizontal line will be above. So this angle is given as 45 degree. Now we have to find out the height of the tower. So this length we have to find out. So just draw a line parallel to this. Okay. So now we will get this shape. So we will mark everything in this. I'm sorry. So let us take this AB is the tower and CD is the building. Now from the top of a 7-meter high building. So this building height is 7 meter. From the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower. So top of a cable tower, angle of elevation. So horizontal line is here. It will be below the angle of elevation. So its angle of elevation is 60 degree. So from the same point and the angle of depression of its foot. Whose foot? Tower's foot. So tower's foot is at B. So from the top of the building to the foot of the tower, angle of depression. So horizontal line will be on top. So angle of depression is 45 degree. Okay, children. Now let us mark this point as E. Okay, so this is 90 degree and here which one is 90 degree? We can take this is 90 degree. Okay, so what happens? These two lines we made it as parallel. Just we have drawn the parallel lines. If this is a parallel line and CB will be the transversal. So we have CE parallel to BD and CB is transversal. If it is so, we know that alternate interior angles are equal. So this angle ECB will be equal to BCD. So this angle is equal to BCD. So it will be 45 degree. So angle CE, not angle CE, it is ECB angle, I'm sorry, angle CECB. Angle ECB is equal to angle CBD, which is equal to 45 degree. So we will be using the 90 degree triangle, that is right triangle. So we have made this adjacent. Now let us assume that let AB be the cable tower and CD be the building. Now what is given? Building height is 7 meter. So CD is equal to 7 meter. Then angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is angle ACE. So angle ACE equal to 60 degree. Then angle of depression. Angle of depression, what is given? ECB. ECB is equal to 45 degree. So by alternate interior angles, we know that this is equal to angle CBD. Okay, so these are the things given. What we have to find? Determine the height of the tower. So tower is AB. We have to find out height of the tower AB. So we have two triangles ACE. So from ACE we can find out AE and from this triangle we can find out CD. So CD and EB are equal. So both will be of same length. As we have drawn the line parallel, these two will be of same length. CD will be equal to EB. So we have to find out CD and AE. If we add both, we will get AB. So let us take the first this triangle CDB. Okay. So if we use this triangle, we have here 7 meter. Now opposite to 45 degree is CD. So this is the opposite side and 90 degree opposite is hypotenuse. So BC is hypotenuse and DB is adjacent. So from triangle B, C, D. So what we know? We know the opposite side. We are going to find out the adjacent side, because if we find the adjacent side DB, this length DB is equal to CE. So for this triangle, we will have CE, so we can find out AE. Okay children, understood? So it is between opposite and adjacent. So opposite and adjacent, it is for tan. Do you all remember? Some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on acid. So this is a line to remember the trigonometric ratios. It is discussed in the previous videos. If you want, you can check the link. Now it is between opposite and adjacent side. So it is for tan. So it is tan 45 degree. So tan 45 degree equal to opposite. So opposite side is CD. Adjacent side is DB. Tan 45 is 1. You should all remember the trigonometric table so that you can easily write the values. Tan 45 is equal to 1. CD is 7. 7 by DB. Just to cross multiply, 1 into DB is DB equal to 1 into 7, 7. So dB is equal to 7 meter. So we got dB is equal to 7 meter. Now take the triangle ACE. So from triangle ACE, what we know? We know CE and we have to find out AE. So 60 degree opposite. This is the opposite side. 90 degree opposite is hypotenuse and this is the adjacent side. We know the adjacent side and we have to find out the opposite side because we have to know the height of the tower. So it is AE plus EB. EB is equal to CD. CD is already given as 7. So EB will be 7. So we have to find out AE. So from this triangle, it is between opposite and adjacent. So the same tan ratio matches. So it is tan 60 degree. Tan 60 is equal to opposite side, which is AE, and divided by adjacent side is CE. So here CE is the adjacent side. So AE by CE. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. AE we have to find out divided by CE. What is CE? CE is equal to DB. CE is equal to DB. So what will happen? Root 3 is equal to AE by CE is nothing but DB. So DB is equal to 7. So AE will be equal to 7 root 3 because by cross multiplication 1 into AE is AE root 3 into 7. So we can write it as 7 root 3 meter. So what is AB? AB is the height of the tower. So height of the tower, which is AB. AB is equal to AE plus EB. What is AE? It is 7 root 3 plus EB. What is EB? EB is equal to CD. So 7 root 3 plus 7, which is equal to 7 into root 3 plus 1. So let me erase this. So 7 is common. Take it outside. So it is root 3 plus 1 meter. So height of the tower equal to 7 into root 3 plus 1 meter. Okay children, I hope you can understand. Now we are moving on to the next problem. 13th problem. As observed from the top of a 7-meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angles of depressions of two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, find the distance between the two ships. You have to draw the diagram. So here it is a 75-meter high lighthouse. So lighthouse will be the vertical line. So as observed from the top of a 75-meter lighthouse, the angles of depression of two ships. So there are two ships. How the two ships are positioned? If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse. So this is the sea level. Okay. So 75-meter high from the sea level. So in this sea, there are two ships. So let us mark the ship as C and D. So there are two ships C and D. So the angles of depressions of two ships. So at the angle of depression, for angle of depression, the horizontal line will be above the angle. So this will be the horizontal line. So if AB is the lighthouse, AP is the horizontal line for the angle of depression. So the angle of depressions of two ships are 30° and 45°. So where should we mark 30° and 45°? If the degree is less, the distance will be high. So here, just draw a line parallel to AP. So AP, so this is point P, AP and DB are parallel. So if this is parallel, DB, the distance between the foot of the lighthouse and this ship D is more. So more the distance, the angle of elevation or depression will be less. So this angle PAD will be 30°. This angle will be 30° and PAC. This PAC will be 45°. Okay. So only then if you take alternate interior angles, PAD will be equal to angle ADB. This will be 30° and PAC will be equal to 45°. Okay, by alternate interior angles are equal, we will get 30° here, 45°. So if this angle is 30°, if it is lesser, the distance will be more. If the angle is more, the distance will be lesser. More the angle, the distance between will be lesser. Okay, so just mark this point and you have to draw according to that. Okay, now let us do this in this diagram. Now AB is the lighthouse. Its height is 75-meter. AP is the horizontal line. Okay. AP is the horizontal line above the angle of depression. For angle of depression, horizontal line will be above. So there are two ships, one behind the other. So CD is the two ships. C and D are two ships. Okay, children. Now angle of depression. So PAD. So PAD will be 30° and PAC will be 45°. Now we have drawn PA parallel to DB. So we have PA parallel to DB. So this AD will be the transversal. So if AD is transversal, then we have alternate interior angles are equal. So PAD will be equal to ADC. So this angle will be 45°. I'm sorry, this angle is 30°. P A D. PAD is 30°. So ADC will be equal to 30°. So angle PAD is equal to 30°, which is equal to angle ADC, because alternate interior angles are equal. In the same way, PA is parallel to DB, and here we can take AC is the transversal. AC is transversal line. So if AC is transversal, the same alternate interior angles PAC will be equal to ACB. So this angle will be 45°. Okay. So angle PAC will be equal to angle ACB, which is equal to 45°, because alternate interior angles are equal, which you might have studied in 9th standard. Okay. Now we have marked everything. What is the question? Find the distance between the two ships. So C and D are two ships. We have to find out the distance between the two ships. So there are two triangles ADB and ACB. So this is the vertical line, lighthouse line. So angle B makes 90 degree. So angle B makes 90 degree. So 90 degree opposite. This will be hypotenuse for the bigger triangle and AC will be the hypotenuse for smaller triangle. So angle opposite side is AB. So for 30 degree, opposite side is AB. So this is the adjacent side. DB and CB are adjacent sides for those bigger and smaller triangles. Now what we need to find? We need to find DC. So DC is in the adjacent side which we need to find. What value is given? Opposite side value is given. So it is between opposite and adjacent. What do you know? Some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on acid. So OYA, opposite by adjacent is matching for tan. So we have to use the tan relationship. So let me start the solution. What are the things we have to assume? Let AB be the lighthouse. AB is the lighthouse. Its height is 75 meter. Next, let C and D be the two ships. Therefore, angle of elevation. So, what is the angle of, not elevation, angle of depression. So, angle of depression, which is angle PAD. PAD, which is equal to 30 degree. So, this is equal to ADC, angle ADC. In the same way, another one PAC. PAC equal to 45 degree, which is equal to angle ACB. Okay. These are the things we found. What we need to find? We need to find DC. So how do you find DC? DC is nothing but the total value DB from the bigger triangle, DB minus CB. From the smallest triangle, if we find CB, if we subtract, we will get DC. So first from the smaller triangle, let us find out the equation. Here adjacent side we need to find, opposite side it is given. So it marks the tan ratio. So from triangle A, B, C. It is tan 45 degree. What is tan 45 degree? This one. So tan 45 is equal to, tan is opposite by adjacent. So opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BC. So in the small triangle, BC is the adjacent side or CB is the adjacent side. So let me write it as CB. AB by CB. What is tan 45? Tan 45 is 1. 1 is equal to AB. AB is 75. AB length is 75. So 75 by CB. So this can be written as 1 by 1. Just cross multiply. If you cross multiply 1 into CB, it is CB. 1 into 75, it is 75. So CB is equal to 75 meter. Now take the bigger triangle. So from triangle ADB. From triangle ADB, it is also between opposite and adjacent. So we are going to find the full length DB. So tan 30 degree equal to opposite side which is AB and adjacent side is DB. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. AB is 75 divided by DB. So just cross multiply, we will get DB is equal to 75 root 3 meter. Okay children, now what we need to find? Distance between the two ships. So distance between two ships. Distance between two ships is DC. So DC is equal to DB minus CB. What is DB? It is 75 root 3 minus CB is 75. So take 75 outside. It will be root 3 minus 1 meter. So distance between two ships equal to 75 into root 3 minus 1 meter. So here the problem is you have to match the angle of depression in a correct way. So if you check down, this angle will be in increasing order. When you move closer, the angle will be in increasing order. 30 degree, 45 degree. So it is increasing. So in that way, you have to mark the angles. Okay, children, I hope you can understand the problem. So moving on to the 14th problem. A 1.2-meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meter from the ground. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at any instant is 60 degree. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. So find the distance traveled by the balloon. Okay. Now here there are two balloons here. Two balloons. So they are traveling in a horizontal line. So these two balloons are traveling in a horizontal line. So there is a girl. Her height is 1.2 meter. Girl's height is 1.2 meter. So the girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height. So from the ground level, so from this point, the height is 88.2 meter. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl. So from the eyes of the girl, the angle of elevation of the girl at any instant is 60 degree. So its angle of elevation is 60 degree. After some time, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. After some time, as the distance increases, its angle of elevation is 30 degree. So the distance is increasing. So the angle of elevation is 30 degree. Okay, children. Now we have to find the distance traveled by the balloon during the travel. So let us take that in the diagram. So there are balloons. The balloons are here. Okay, so it is traveling in a horizontal line. The girl is here. The girl is standing here. Her height is 1.2 meter. So we have drawn another line parallel to this. So both are 1.2 meter. Now it is about angle of elevation. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes. From the eyes, so it will be on top of the girl. So from top of the girl to the balloon. Angle of elevation at any instant is 60 degree. So this angle is 60 degree. Okay. After some time. So as the distance increases, the angle will reduce. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. So this will be 30 degree. Find the distance traveled by the balloon. So the balloon is traveling from here to this place. So we have to find out this distance. So let us mark this as this point is A, B, C and take this as D, E. Okay, children. Now we have to find out distance traveled by the balloon during the travel. We have to find out BC. What are the other things given? Here the girl's height is 1.2 meter and the horizontal line at height of 88.2 meter from the ground. So the balloon from ground level is 88.2 meter. So that is, if we make this as PQ, EQ is equal to 88.2 meter. Okay. Now, and the girl's height is 1.2. This is same as CQ. Just we have drawn the line parallel to AC. So, AC and PQ are drawn parallel. So, PQ will be equal to AC. Now, let us start the solution. Let D and E be the balloons. The same balloon, it is traveling from the place D to place E. So, girl, height of the girl, height of the girl, height of the girl is at this point AP. Height of the girl AP is equal to 1.2, which is equal to CQ. Now what is given? Spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meter from the ground. So from the ground, the balloon height is 88.2. So EQ is equal to, EQ is equal to 88.2. EQ is equal to 88.2. We need only EC. So this triangle, if we take, we need only EC. So EC will be equal to EQ minus CQ. So EQ is 88.2 and CQ is 1.2. So it will be 87 meter. So EC and DB are same. So because D and E are in the same horizontal line, so this length DB and EC will be equal. So DB is equal to EC is equal to 87. So these are the values known. We have to find out BC. BC is which side? Now 30-degree angle opposite. So this is the opposite side. So 30-degree opposite is EC. 60-degree opposite is DB. So this C is 90 degree. So this is the hypotenuse side and AC will be the adjacent side. So this base is the adjacent side. Now in this triangle, 60-degree opposite is DB and angle B makes 90-degree. So 90-degree opposite, this is hypotenuse and AB is adjacent. Now we have to find out BC. So from the bigger triangle AEC, we can find out AC. And from the smaller triangle, we can find out AB. So AC minus AB is nothing but BC. So let us take the triangle. From triangle, bigger triangle AEC. From triangle AEC, what we know? We know the opposite side. We are going to find out the AC, which is adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent marks for tan. So it is tan, angle is 30-degree. Tan 30-degree is equal to opposite. Opposite is EC by AC. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to EC is 87. So 87 by AC. So just cross multiply. 1 into AC is AC equal to 87 root 3 meter. So keep this as 1. Next from the smaller triangle, from triangle ADB. So this small triangle ADB. So AD, always take the right angled triangle. So from triangle ADB, it is also between opposite side and adjacent side. Because we know the opposite side DB is equal to EC, which is 87. So tan 60-degree equal to DB by adjacent side is AB. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 is equal to dB is 87 divided by AB. Now cross multiply. So if you cross multiply, root 3 into AB equal to 1 into 87, which is 87. So AB will be equal to 87. This root 3 is in product, so it will come to division. What you need to find? You have to find the distance traveled by the balloons. So distance traveled by the balloons. Distance traveled by the balloons is B to C, BC. So BC is nothing but AC minus AB. What is AC? AC is 87 root 3 minus AB is 87 by root 3. So this is 2. We can write it as from 1 and 2. What you have to do? You have to take the LCM. So LCM means here also it should be root 3. So if you put root 3, multiply by root 3. So root 3 is LCM. So 87. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 87 into 3 minus 87. So which is equal to 87 into 3 minus 1 divided by root 3. Okay children. So let me do the calculation in the next page. So from the previous page, we have calculated up to 87 into 3 minus 1 divided by root 3. So 87 into 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by root 3. So to avoid square root in the denominator, we will multiply and divide by the same square root. Okay. So multiply and divide. So it is 87 into 2 into root 3 divided by, what is root 3 into root 3? Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 1 3s are 3, 87. So it is 2 3s are 6, balance 2, 9 3s are 27. What is 29 into 2? 29 into 2 is 58. So 58 root 3 meter. That is distance traveled by the balloon BC is equal to 58 root 3 meter. Okay children, I hope you can understand this problem. So moving on to the last problem of this chapter, 15th one. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. A man standing at the top of the tower observes a car at an angle of depression of 30 degree, which is approaching the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. 6 seconds later, the angle of depressions of the car is found to be 60 degree. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. What is given here? A straight highway leads to the foot of the tower. So there is a tower and highway. So highway leads to the foot of the tower. So if AB is the tower and B is the foot of the tower and BC is the highway, it leads to the foot of the tower. A man is standing at the top of the tower, observes a car at an angle of depression 30 degrees. So from the top, a man observes a car. So there is a car here with an angle of depression. So horizontal line will be above it. So angle of depression is 30 degree, which is approaching the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. So this car is approaching the foot of the tower with uniform speed. 6 seconds later, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degrees. So after some time, the car has traveled to a point D. So its angle of depression is 60 degrees. So this is the angle of depression, which is 60 degrees. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. So from this point, it should reach the foot of the tower. They are asking for dB. Okay. So this is the question. Okay. So this is the way you have to draw the diagram. Okay children. Now let us take this to the picture. So this is AD is the tower and AP is the horizontal line. So these are the angles of depression. So angle of depression, it makes 30 degree and 60 degree. Okay children. Now the car travels from B to C. The car travels from B to C. Here the time taken. So what is this? 6 seconds. After 6 seconds, the car reaches to C. So this time taken here is 6 seconds. What is the question? Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower. So from this point, it should reach the foot of the tower. So what is the time taken to reach? So this is they are asking. We have to find the time taken to reach from C to D. So if the time taken is T, we have to find out the value of T. Okay children, do you understand the diagram? So let us assume some values. What are they? So let AD is the tower. AD is the tower. Time taken to travel from B to C. It is given as 6 seconds. So 6 seconds later the car reaches to the position C. So time taken to travel from B to C is 6 seconds. So let time taken from C to D be T seconds. So the speed is uniform. Let us assume the uniform speed as x. So the speed is uniform for B to C as well as C to D. The speed is same. Uniform means same. So the uniform speed be x. These are the assumptions. What you know about speed, distance traveled, time taken? This is the formula. Speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. Now we have to find out the distance BC and CD. What we have to do? Speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. So let us take BC for BC for the distance BC. So speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. So what is the speed? Speed is uniform. So speed is x. X is equal to distance traveled. What distance it has traveled? BC. So for traveling from B to C, for traveling from B to C, the time taken is 6 seconds. 6 seconds later, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. So after 6 seconds, the angle of depression is 60 degree. So this is 60 degree. Okay, children. So now time taken will be 6. This means BC will be equal to 6x. Okay, next for C to D. So traveling from C to D, the speed is same. Uniform speed is x. The distance traveled is CD. What is the time taken? Time taken to for C to D is T. So CD is equal to cross multiplying. So this is just cross multiplying. This is x by 1. I'm sorry. X by 1. So cross multiplying, you will get CD is equal to CD into 1, x into t. So CD is equal to xt. So we got BC is equal to 6x, CD is equal to xt. So these are the equations we get from this. So from this we have to find out the time taken. So we have to find out t. So let us do that in the next page. So from the previous page, we got these two equations. We got the length of BC and length of the distance BC and distance CD. Now here we have BD. BD is the horizontal line and PA is also the horizontal line. So both are parallel. So PA parallel to BD. If it is so, AB will be the transversal. AB is transversal. So if AB is transversal, then we will have PAB will be equal to ABD. This is because alternate interior angles are equal. So angle PAB will be equal to angle ABD, which is 30 degree. This is because alternate interior angles are equal. In the same way, PA is parallel to BD and which is the transversal? AC. AC is the transversal line. If AC is the transversal line, we have PAC will be equal to ACD. So this is 30 degree and this is 60 degree. Okay. So it is in increasing order. So angle PAC will be equal to ACD, which is equal to 60 degree. This is because alternate interior angles are equal. Now what we have to find? We have to find out this T, time taken to travel from C to D. So 30 degree opposite is AD, 60 degree opposite is also AD. So D is 90 degree. 90 degree opposite is, this is the hypotenuse side for the triangles ACD and ABD. So this is the adjacent side. Base is the adjacent side. Now take the small triangle ACD. Okay. What length is known? Here this adjacent side is known. What are the other things you know? Any other value is known? No. So only we know the adjacent side. So we will use this common side. AD is common for both. So we will use the common side. So it is between adjacent and opposite. So from triangle ACD, we have tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. What is opposite? Opposite is AD. AD by adjacent side is CD. So tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to AD by what is CD? CD is equal to XT. So this is nothing but root 3 by 1. Just cross multiply. 1 into AD is equal to AD equal to root 3 XT. So make this as 1. Now from another right angle triangle, which is another right angle triangle, ABD. So this bigger triangle, ABD. So opposite side is common and we know some values in adjacent side. So we will take the tan ratio. So tan 30 degree equal to opposite side AD divided by adjacent side is BD. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. AD is not known divided by BD. What is BD? BD is BC plus CD. BC plus CD. So 1 by root 3 is equal to AD divided by BC. BC is 6x. CD is xt. Now cross multiply. Root 3 into AD equal to 6x plus xt. Now what is AD? AD is root 3 xt. So substitute that value. So instead of AD, put root 3 xt equal to 6x plus xt. So this is from 1. Okay. Now root 3 into root 3. It is 3. So 3xt is equal to, on the other side we have 6x plus xt. So here x here 3xt. On the other side also x is common. So take that x outside. It is 6 plus t. What happens? This x gets cancelled. So we will get 3t equal to 6 plus t. So 3t plus t will become minus t equal to 6. We need t. So 3t minus t is 2t. 2t is equal to 6. So t will be equal to 6. 2 is in product. It will come to division. So 6 by 2 is 3. So it means time is 3 seconds. What is t? T is nothing but time taken to travel from C to D. So time taken to travel from C to D is equal to 3 seconds. Okay children, I hope you can understand all the problems. If you have any doubts, you can comment. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I think you are all very smart. Just smart children, subscribe and share among your friends. And if you like the video, just hit the like button. Thank you.